And it has been a minute. I mean, got hit with a, 2-week fine, 2-week suspension, but I think I'm back. It seems to be pretty quiet, so I feel like I'm gonna be good. I think I'm gonna be good today. This is gonna be great. Easy peasy day of work. Hell yeah. Easy day of work. Heck, what is that noise?
Now we going for a ride. Here we go, let's jump. First class top flight.
Shut your mouth. You want to be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it, so go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. Glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's death.
This is a reunion of sorts. I feel like it's been weeks since you've been here, and as you could see, unprecedented. We didn't even do the show intro video. We started straight off watching this. This is our number one contender match for Battleground matches. How's your week been, dude? I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
Things have happened, yeah, that's for sure. But what are we doing today, right?
Oh, well, we got Battleground. We got NXT Battleground. We got Clash at the Castle. We're watching the Money in the Bank ladder match from WrestleMania 23. Hornswoggle's about to take a bump off the top. Rolling senton from Mr. Kennedy.
Green Bay plunge, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. See, I don't want to call it that because I want to not acknowledge the city of Green Bay in any capacity. This is the first time I feel like I've ever had to talk about Green Bay on this show. And
well, it's also the last time, hopefully.
We're watching our number one contenders match because throughout this whole episode, we're going to be having some title matches and such for both Battleground and Clash at the Castle. We're just having some fun today.
We gotta cover a lot of ground.
We got MJF, Gunther, Will Ospreay, Cody Rhodes.
And maybe we'll clash while we're there.
Let's turn the camera on for a minute so you say hi. You can actually... Hey, there we are. See our faces. We're actually here. I want to show off my RVD tee that I got. I won a Pro Wrestling Tees RVD giveaway. Got that on.
I just got a set on.
Here's a random note to you. I want to acknowledge this hat. It's not special in any way. So, this Angels hat I wear all the time. It's dirty as hell. And I've worn it to a lot of live shows for like a straight year, too. I was like, this is my live show hat. But for whatever reason now, when I wear it, all I can think about is this is the hat I was wearing when I saw Kenny Omega live for the first time.
Hey.
I feel like I need Kenny Omega to sign this hat for me, and then I'll retire it forever. Because it's falling apart.
That's exactly what you got to do. And we will make it happen. August 10th.
Dude, yeah, I can't express to you how excited I am for this. I'm taking Dylan to his first AEW show in August. He's going to be a part of the All In series with me. I'm going to be there for every show. That's part of the job for me.
Technically, it's my birth week, too.
It's a week of birth. That's why I was like, pick between the 10th and the 17th. I'm going to both, but you get to pick.
Damn, you're going to both?
You can go to both, too, technically.
The thing is, I will probably work throughout that whole time, too. I'll be working on Mondays. And by the time we get home on the Sunday, I'm going to want Sunday and like the Monday morning after to rest. So it's like, whatever week it is, I'm missing Monday, okay?
Yeah.
That's just how it's going to go.
Go see the Wrestle Squad out there.
Hey.
They're a vital part of this show now. They're really clutch whenever a late night episode comes in. You got to go work in the morning. It's a Sunday night. And I'm like, all right, guys, let's knock this out. There's some funny guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to have them back on sometime soon.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cut this camera off for a little bit because y'all don't get to see us the whole time. I just want to show off my shirt. We'll come back later.
Maybe.
I just want to watch this match a little bit. I'm going to pull up my notes on the side here, too. This is the how we're gonna open up. This is called "What Do You Want to Talk About?" Because I always got random shit to talk about that isn't really conducive to anything we're saying during the show.
So, what do we want to talk about?
I really did see Jeff Hardy wrestle his last AEW match. Fun fact.
You did, yeah. It's crazy.
He's in TNA now.
I feel like it's a really weird time right now where a lot of people are shifting and making moves. We got the Forbidden Door, the Prohibited Portal.
Not the Prohibited Portal.
The Transforming Threshold. I don't know.
What? Speaking of Jeff Hardy too, has anybody ever thought that maybe because he walked underneath so many ladders before all those ladder matches that could be the reason he has had so much bad luck over the years? This is a theory I'm concocting.
Well, I love that. I don't know. So I think you were watching NXT when this is happening. Malik Blade and Idris Sanofe.
Nope.
They're not very memorable, to be fair.
Because I was going to say, I don't even remember the names.
They're not very memorable, but they had a whole storyline where literally they kept getting bad luck. Like one week they walked under a ladder, next week they got in a fight with someone and a mirror was broken.
Oh no.
And then the next week the Brindley Reese,
that's how you know, no.
The female they have with them, gave them a black cat and they're like, "Oh, a cute cat." And they're like, "Oh." So, yeah, just fun fact.
Ooh, a moonsault and a disaster kick.
Let's go.
I was not watching during that time, unfortunately. Okay, hold on. Gunther's out of there. He's not going to be a number one contender.
Damn.
Just a theory I was concocting. I was like, you know what? And see, literally on the DVD screen right now, the Hardys are coming out for a ladder match at One Night Stand 2007. He's walking underneath 3 ladders now. 3 separate ladders he's walked underneath.
Honestly, that feels like a Jeff Hardy thing.
And so I know, he's like, bad luck doesn't exist. Oh, I think Will Ospreay's getting eliminated.
Not Willie.
Never mind.
Nope.
He's like, bad luck doesn't exist, so I can walk underneath ladders. Literally has a decade of bad luck. Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying. Speaking of ladders, did you know I recently found out that during the 2002 ladder match for the IC title between RVD and Eddie Guerrero, RVD sustained a back injury that he wrestled with throughout his entire rest of his WWE and TNA career.
I remember hearing that recently.
Yeah, he wrestled some of his best work, I would say, in all of his like world title wins with a back injury, and he didn't even get it properly fixed till like 3 years ago.
That sounds like an RVD thing to do.
That blew my mind. Like some of my favorite RVD memories.
The power of the smoke, you know?
Mm-hmm. Such a cool shirt, too. I'll show off my RVD shirt again later. It's an RVD CBD shirt, I believe.
He'll show it off 12 times at least.
I got 2 RVD shirts. There's another one, and it's really sick. It's the one that has the tiger with the yin-yang in its mouth.
Damn.
I know. Shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees.
I have no RVD shirts. I need to get one.
He only has CM Punk shirts. Don't worry. I'm going to have to bring him up anyway.
I mean, yeah, but I'm like, I don't even have those anymore.
Slide over. Go ahead and open my Battleground notes so I'm not even ready to talk about Battleground.
Time to battle. Let's go. Realize we're not on camera. Crap.
Nah.
Dang it.
It's alright. I can turn it back on whenever. I just hate editing
that's
whenever I have the 2 on at the same time.
That's why I'm like, it is fine. It's fine.
It's fine. You're fine. Alright, sorry. I got lost in the Osprey. I got Losprey. Alright. I'll go ahead and start talking about Battleground, but if Cody gets eliminated or put through that door when I start, I'm going to be real angry. We open up Battleground with, and I quote, "What's up, y'all? I'm sexy red, and welcome to the NXT Battleground." And then first twerk of the night. That's your open. Not a great start.
Listen, I thought this was an okay show. That's
fair. I'm giving you your opening note so you can get a feel for how. Because again, like, you can judge a book by its cover. Most people do, unfortunately. Oh, he's about to go through that door.
He's going through the forbidden door.
Exploder.
He's in WWE now.
Again, fair. We both know going forward. Great show. Just, you don't want to open up with, "I'm sexy red and welcome to the NXT Battleground." As far as in-ring action goes, though, can't complain about opening with a 6-woman ladder match.
No.
I thought Cody was out of there. Though before we get into the actual match, you know I was going to have to acknowledge Lashley X ripping off Queen Aminata's gear and like half-ass her entrance too. Or did you not notice that?
I I guess it's been a while since I've seen Quinn Aminata, so
Yeah.
I didn't. I also, fun fact, I get the hype behind Lash. I'm just not personally invested, but I think she'll be something big one day. I'm just not personally behind her.
I wasn't so sure if we needed 5 women to throw her over a top rope through a ladder. They made her look so much bigger in that spot than she is. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Now we can get into the actual match. Solid ladder match showing off how strong this women's division is and how fun ladder matches can still be.
Yeah, and by argumentative sake, a lot of the what do you call it? The field for this ladder match wasn't even what I thought was the strongest of the division.
Cody's out of there.
But still really solid.
Really, really solid. And I was rooting for Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka. I expected Fallon Henley to win this match.
You expected Fallon Henley
I'm sorry, and I don't want to say that. That's not something I was like, yeah, let's go Fallon. It's just, that's where my mind was going creatively. I was so happy when Kalani Jordan won this thing.
I saw Jada or Lash.
Will Ospreay's number 1 contender.
But
continue.
Part of that is given Jada because the theme of the night.
I was standing over there. There's the field for our women's. I was standing right over there in the kitchen area, and I popped. I was like, Kalani Jordan won it.
Did not see that coming.
Hey, she deserves it. And like we said that, and right after she lost the women's breakout tournament finals, we were like, I just hope she gets something.
Yeah.
First women's North American champion. Look, that's something.
All I'm saying is I now have a personal vendetta against Michin because if she wouldn't have won her qualifying match, I think Tatum would have won that.
We're going to take a break from NXT Battleground because shout out to everybody who watched the pre-show matches on YouTube. Y'all are the real ones. This is why we have to watch it. The women's match is hilarious. Let's talk about our field. Take a Battleground break. We got Liv Morgan. We got Mercedes Moné over there. Becky Lynch and Chelsea Green.
I'm not gonna butcher it this
was
time.
like, if he does it again,
I'm not gonna. I feel like I can do it pretty well. Just every time I do it on camera, it does not come out well.
All right, good old sock to the face. Did she throw a Slim Jim? Yeah. We got Sasha throwing Slim Jims. Sasha Slim Jims over here.
Damn.
Oh, Meteora.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
No,
Liv Morgan suicide dive into hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just throwing people around because you can. Damn. All right. Let me keep track here because I'm. Okay, Chelsea and Becky are fighting, right?
Right.
Okay, because I was just having trouble
deciphering between game.
Monet versus.
We're in the video game.
We're here.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, we got Chelsea's done.
Yeah, she's literally trying to exit the performance center. She can't leave. There's no way out. Shout out to the No Way Out pay-per-view. We got glass tubes. We got Slim Jims. We got Chelsea literally running away from everybody.
I would do that too, to be fair.
Get the stairs. Get the stairs. Girl, get those stairs.
Hey.
What?
Okay.
Literally throws them off into the ring.
They landed perfectly, though.
What's she getting now? She got the chancla. She's got a whole sandal in her.
Let's go.
Okay, I think Mercedes is not even close to being out. The ref didn't even try to count.
And then Chelsea throws a chunk.
I'm sure you noticed in the men's, but both these matches are fatal 4-way elimination.
That's
falls
perfect,
count
though,
anywhere.
Honestly.
Nothing like a kendo stick to the face.
One more.
Liv thought she was hardcore till she met Chelsea Green.
The Chelsea Green revenge tour.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's getting revenge for, but
I mean, bad booking. Having to lose 2-3 tag team partners.
Okay, that's
losing
fair.
Samantha Irvin. That happened.
Hey, I mean, that's a future note. We'll save that for the future.
Okay.
Future.
Okay, Chelsea getting kicked in the gut a couple times. Rather get kicked in the gut than in the butt. Oh.
Face buster? Face breaker? I don't know.
I think Chelsea might be out. No.
She's fine.
She is fine. Okay, let the record show.
And she's a hot mess.
That gets stuck in my head.
I know.
Much. I'll be walking around the house. I'm a hot mess. Becky and Sasha trying to finish the story.
Oh yeah.
Okay, unprettier in the ring. I love that she has that finisher too. I love that she uses the original name. If she called it the kill switch, we would all be up.
That'd be funny.
And then Luchasaurus would be like, eh? Dude, go back and watch Luchasaurus in the early AEW days. It's so sad to see where it's gone, and I got to deal with it, where it's gone.
I mean, to be fair, he has the best father in the world now, so.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, we're doing this on Father's Day.
Chelsea gets a win off a superplex, I'm calling it.
Boom. Knee to Becky. Becky meet knee.
Oh, super kick.
Ooh.
It's a super kick party.
Oh, look
Roll
at
up.
Chelsea rolling up.
Roll up, Chelsea. She must have had that RVD CBD. This is not a plug. That company is no longer a thing. Did you ever hear what happened with them?
No.
Oh my gosh, this is tea. Literally, RVD ended RVD CBD because the two people he put in charge were fucking taking money from him.
That makes sense.
I hate that. I hate that.
Of all the people to take money from, you're going to take it from RVD?
Yeah.
Take it from literally anyone else. Take it from Logan Paul.
Take it from me.
Can
No,
you
don't
afford to
take
get some
it
money
from me.
taken from you?
Take
No.
it from Liv Morgan. She
Yeah.
doesn't have a leg to stand on anyway. All right.
Luckily, she does now.
What? Chelsea's going for the door. She's like, I can't walk through the curtain. I'll get the door.
She tried to hit Liv on the way out.
Okay,
Damn,
throw
okay,
the door
boy.
at Mercedes money.
What? She just walked through the...
I love that when she started the Mercedes Monet thing, it was Mercedes Monet, and then it's so many people I think butchered it that it just
she
became
went through
money.
Monet.
It was like
Monet.
Menudo.
There's literally a better wrestler. Yes, I said it.
Whoa.
A better wrestler with the last name Money. And he wrestles for Progress. Gene Money. Go check him out.
Okay,
Love him.
there's your plug. Get him for an interview.
I would love to. He seems like the funniest guy.
Reach out. Oh, what the hell? Becky was like stunned that Chelsea Green kicked out before she could do a damn thing. Sasha pelted her in the head with the kendo stick. A good pelting will do you justice.
Hell yeah. Oh, nope.
Love
Fun
it.
fact. I didn't realize this until the pay-per-view recently.
Oh, what a Canadian driver. Sorry.
Did you realize that at this point, Bayley is the only current active 4 horsewomen in WWE?
Did not even cross my mind, but astute observation.
It's crazy.
Proud of you.
I mean, it's not...
Oh, finally got something on my teeth that was bugging me.
It's not crazy to real... It's not that hard to realize, but it's just weird to think because I feel like of the 4, Bayley's like... If you had to put them and rank them in order, Bayley's on like the lower end.
See, how I feel about that statement depends on like what year and era we're having the conversation, because I feel like each of the individual 4 horsewomen in some point in time period were looking like the top one. And Becky Lynch for a long time looked like the bottom one, and then one day it was
True.
like boom. Bayley at one point, which this is kind of during the period you weren't watching, I don't know how much you go back and rewatch, but Bayley at one point, I feel like when she finally got that call, because when she got to be the one left down in NXT, that felt like she was the bottom member. Then she came up to Raw and she immediately started like outdoing Charlotte and Sasha. So
Damn.
they all like
Interesting.
they all kind of mix and match. And then Charlotte over time has just been seen as the promised child because she's given so many world titles. But
I don't know, like, if I had to... From what I know, what I've seen, and taking their overall...
yeah,
just everything so far, I feel like Bayley is at least the least appreciated one, for sure.
for sure.
But now she's at this point to where she's the only one they can talk about because she's the only one left in WWE.
Let's also remember that at WrestleMania 33, Bayley walked into and out of that WrestleMania as the Raw Women's Champion. So
That's fair.
If I was to rank them on my opinion over the years, overall, categorizing them summed up, however you want to put it, I would say Becky Lynch is number 1.
For sure. I think
Bayley
so.
is number 2. Charlotte's number 3, and Mercedes Moné Sasha Banks that's number 4. But I would alternate those two a couple times because Mercedes is going out and doing shit now.
She is.
Charlotte's just at home playing with her puppies. I don't know what does she do. She
gets to play with Andrade's speed title.
Just one more belt for the Flares.
Yeah. She gets to wear it while he's gone.
The fact that like she still gets more respect than he does, and she's not even wrestling right now. Here's why I say that too. This is funny. I'll go back and screenshot the tweet. I'll put it on the show. It's from one of your favorite Twitter accounts, Dorby Allen.
Oh Lord.
He made the observation that Becky's out there.
Becky.
That they didn't even bother to change the graphic when Andrade won the Speed Championship. They literally just photoshopped the title onto his already still image.
To be fair, they do that a lot. I don't know.
Chelsea Green, number 1 contender.
Chelsea Green.
Couldn't do it.
I couldn't keep a straight face that time.
We'll get to the NXT Battleground match with Ospreay and Omega. That's a banger waiting to happen. That should have been for the Forbidden Door episode, but nope. Battleground. All right. So back to actual Battleground now. You ready to get back to Battleground?
Yes, we kind of.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
No, I wanted to just take a break and watch that match. That match was really funny. I heard I'd play it, I forget about it. Next, we have the NXT Tag Team title match, and it was a solid tag team match, which
it actually was. Yeah.
I always felt like the NXT tag titles have actually like been held to a higher standard than even the main roster titles.
Overall, right now, I feel like tag teams in general are on the decline. For some reason, I don't see any tag team division on any brand or promotion even as good as it used to be.
Yeah. Man. And the NXT tag titles, what I have in my notes too that I tied to this was that they've always had like great matches attached to them, so it makes sense that they're held to a higher standard. I think when you look at the tag division of NXT, it's almost what solidifies it as its own brand, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Now, my Good Brothers did not get the victory, unfortunately. But I can't say I'm hugely disappointed because Axiom and Fraser are a great team.
They are great, and they should change their... Well, I know it's their tagline, but they should change their name to Never Slow Down.
Right, it makes sense. There's just something relevant to the fact that they're fast.
Yeah.
They're quick and fast. After that, we take a long promo package break to get set up for the underground fight. And admittedly, I was rooting for Shayna Baszler, but I want to acknowledge the fact that these matches are set up to make sure people know Lola Vice is more than just another ass-shaking commodity in WWE.
Yeah, the whole point is I think they had a lot... That, they want to legitimize her, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But they also have a lot of stock in her, and they want to keep her relevant while keeping her away from the title picture because we all know that's Julia's title, right? We all know Julia's getting that title from Roxanne Perez.
I can never say I know anything anymore, but I love the idea, I'll tell you that much. I'll never be able at this point to say I know because I swore there's no way Edge would go to AEW, and that will forever be the thing that makes me go, okay, if Edge could go to AEW and CM Punk could go to WWE.
Obviously, there's a lot of different factors. You know, right now, NXT has an amazing women's division.
Amazing.
And it's hard to justify an outsider pretty much coming in and taking that title. But knowing how much they're working with Marigold, I feel like that's one of the promises that they made. Like, yeah, Julia will get that title. Don't worry.
Right. It just dawned on me, too, speaking of our world title. Because I always forget what match types these are. I guess this is a ladder match because he's not carrying the title out. So that should tell you that we're about to climb a ladder.
Let's climb that ladder.
Is it just ladder match day, or what is it?
Hell yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Kenny Omega broke his interest to go attack Ospreay. Why not?
Love that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, she beats Shayna in a hard hitter. We're back to our underground fight. Sorry, I'm scrambling. I'll try to keep it more close-knit. But she beats Shayna in a hard hitter and then celebrates with showing off her ass anyways. She's more than just an ass-shaking commodity, for sure. It's just like that. Still, that's what we're doing, though.
I get it.
There's a lot of ass-shaking in this pay-per-view.
I get the
unaware.
point. The point is Sean wants us to be the Attitude Era again. That's literally what the point is.
Oh my gosh. The internet, too. There's like a fake tweet that went around that people were like half-ass believing and retweeting way too much of like a fake sexy red thing saying like she was getting with Shawn Michaels and whatnot. It's like,
I didn't even see that.
Dude, I'm glad. The ignorance of the internet sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Go off, Ospreay.
Hell yeah.
Go off, Ospreay. Men's North American Triple Threat matchup next. Just as most triple threats, it goes hard.
Hell yeah.
Wanted to know in what way we could get the title off Femi and onto Wesley again. Even if he has had back-to-back injuries, no pun intended there. Even if he's had back-to-back injuries, I just really wanted him to win the title regardless.
Me too. And then part of me was like, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of Gallus, but as someone who watched NXT UK, I have a decent fondness of them. And at this point, Gallus hasn't gotten shit.
Put himself through the table.
They were supposed to go to the main roster at one point and then just didn't. Like, at some point, they have to win something, right?
Right.
But this was not it.
Not it.
I will say, I don't think Wesley's getting that title back.
Yeah.
I think now, with the TNA partnership, I think we're going to end up getting a reunion. Rascals reunion?
Maybe. I mean, there's so much we could do with that. So, in this match, of course, Obafemi retains dominantly. I did ask at the end of this note, what's next for Wesley and who's next for the North American title?
Okay, so Wesley, like I said, reunite the Rascals. Obviously, they have Gallus attack him afterwards. So, that's going to be a thing. Femi, that's a real good question because just like they have a strong women's division, I feel like especially the North American title division has always been strong. You've had people like Dijak in there before. You've had people like Briggs is still around there, and he's starting to solidify himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got someone else, Brooks Jensen, who is Jack Perry 2.0 apparently, showing up to random indie shows and talking shit about the company.
It's like I haven't even been able to keep up with wrestling all the way, and I still see some of the shit. I'm like, okay, I thought he was going for the title. He literally said, I'm stomping
I'm gonna stomp on his
ladder.
chest. I'm going to break his ribs.
Go off. Alright, back to some women's action. TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace comes over from a dying brand to fight for a less cool looking but way more relevant title, the NXT Women's Championship. I love my notes sometimes.
Damn.
Given my experience with companies that come and collaborate with WWE, I pretty much entered with the strong assumption that Roxanne Perez was going to retain.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of who was winning the match, it was a match that delivered.
It was,
We
and
can at least appreciate that.
I don't think they expected blood, but Jordan had one of her ear piercings immediately, like at the start of the match too. Like not even like 2 minutes into the match, it's literally ripped out. There's blood for the whole match. It's pretty great though.
All right. I thought Kenny was taking his title down. They'll fight. Let's talk about the finish. We see Tatum Paxley come in and almost steal the TNA Knockouts Championship. Then she gets stopped by Dana Brooke, of all people. Ash by Elegance, as she's called in TNA. I don't actually know that because I stopped watching once Scott D got fired. That's where the beef comes from.
I see. That makes sense.
Jordan beats up both of them. Almost goes and wins it all, but quickly gets hit with Pop Rocks to be pinned for the 1, 2, 3. Perez retains.
See, I know that part. I don't know if that part was actually done to make Jordan look not as weak.
Right.
Because it didn't confuse her. She still came in and almost won it.
And as we know now, too, like, the part of the deal was getting Tatum Paxley involved in the storyline and then having her go over to Against All Odds.
So it makes sense. Sometimes...
People are complaining, though.
Guys, seriously.
The complaints.
Look, I'm going to save this whole complaint thing until... Clash. Because there was a lot of complaining about Clash too.
We are getting into Clash.
But I think it worked Tatum Paxton obviously got that story going, and this is going to be a continuing thing, seemingly. What I think a lot of people thought was going to be like a one-off, seems like it's going to be a bigger partnership. So I'm excited to see where it goes, at least. And I heard the match with Tatum was really good, too.
Yeah.
I'm really upset I didn't get to see it.
Not a lot of people will go and watch the match. They'll just kind of, there we go, retain the title. Not a lot of people will go and watch the match, and they'll just be like, this is stupid. That tasted like pickles and coffee. What a combo.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, I'm telling you, those pickles, they cure nausea. If any pickle brands want to give us a sponsorship, I'll gladly shout y'all out. I'd be trying to get my electrolyte count up, trying to not be nauseous before the show. And I can't wait for this match. Just the character work alone in this match, the charisma alone.
In a steel cage.
Yeah, I'm going to cut the camera off for this match. We're going to enjoy it in full view. See you. I'm watching Carlito and Jeff Hardy ladder match on the screen too. What
was the decision behind putting them in a cage?
You know, I just do random shit. I just do random stuff.
That's fair.
I can't wait to spoil this because this isn't this week's Through the Table. I'm kind of, the schedule gets thrown around so much with pay-per-views coming up left and right and so many companies doing so much shit. But I'm for certain this week's Through the Table that comes out on Thursday, that's an episode we recorded weeks ago as our first sponsored Through the Table. It's just some wrestling in the middle title matches and us talking about all-in grudges. Pretty much just showing Retro Hall some love. And the week after that, what we're actually recording today after we get done with this week's episode, the main episode, is we're doing what's called the 6T. And I'm so excited for this. Actually, we're back. The 6T. I have to tell you guys about this because I'm so excited for this. It's the Through the Table Tag Team Tournament. That's why it's called the 6T.
Let's go.
And it is just as it sounds. We have created now the Wrestling in the Middle Tag Team Championships, and we're going to be crowning our first ever Tag Team Champions through a tournament on Through the Table. I'm excited.
Damn.
The 6T. So
it's going to be terrific.
Yeah, and that'll come out a week from this Thursday, next week. And before that, the episode before that, will be another brackets or the picking my favorite wrestler. I'm in editing for that one now. So the next 2 weeks is pretty much solid.
Yeah.
Once this week's episode comes out, like the next 3 after that are out or scheduled to come out.
Let's go. A lot of going on here.
I know. And what I need to start getting back together too is the live matches. People love the live matches. Shout out to everybody that sits there and watches the Danielson and Ospreay match over and over. I would too if I wasn't already there live. If it wasn't in my brain.
Yeah. Hopefully we get some good ones. Here we go.
We're gonna wrap up Battleground.
Yeah, let's do this.
Next thing is next. We have the main event, which sees renewed ego Ethan Page face Trick Williams for the NXT Championship.
I love that.
For those of us that watched Page in AEW and ROH, it was a regular good match. It was a good match. But for those who may not have been watching him before then or only saw him in WWE early on, you got to see a really good match, I feel like.
Yeah.
If you didn't already have a taste of what Ethan Page was doing, hold on. Pause for everything. Pause the whole show. I swear on my life, watching this 2007 ladder match on the DVD screen, I saw a man in the front row wearing a Burberry scarf ahead of his time.
Let me find out.
Oh my gosh, that threw me. Look, there he is. Oh my gosh, turn the camera on. Let's see if we can. Actually, no, before we even turn the camera on, let me pause this and rewind it. This is real. This is real time.
He's about. You better hope you saw what you saw, because if not, this is gonna.
Oh shit!
Up. You it up.
It's all right. It's all right.
We're
gonna get back to it. That's just crazy. I just can't remember how to fast forward on a PlayStation 2 controller. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how funny.
You know, we mention PlayStation a lot. It sure would be great if they gave us a sponsorship.
Right?
Wink, nudge, nudge.
You would think. I'm dead.
We almost exclusively use
drop the cage
PlayStation consoles now.
Right? I mean, because other than the PS3, I have every generation of PlayStation console. PSP and PS Vita.
He does. You have a Vita too. Damn, I forgot about that.
Damn, Chelsea came to play.
She did. She came to play.
I can see him off in the corner, but we gotta get a good freeze frame on this guy.
You also now have to get an I came to play soundbite.
I know. I hit the wrong button again. This is hilarious. Meanwhile, Chelsea's already on top of the cage.
What the
I'm just literally gonna let the match play out, and I'll pause it when it's time. Just making sure I know how. Okay, Chelsea not getting out of there.
Maybe I should do the commentary and you watch the DVD so you can get it.
I can watch 3 screens at once.
I can't.
Psych. Tony Storm's already out of there anyway.
Damn, Tony. Damn.
Jeff Hardy dancing.
I feel like if anyone hit Tony on her
Miss me.
buttocks, she would not flinch.
She would tell her to watch for the shoe.
Yep. Or maybe she would call them a cheeky tart.
She's hilarious.
She is.
What do we want to talk
I
about?
can't believe. I love the four figures they keep advertising. I love that she's one of them. I don't know if I want to say the brand on.
You can say it, and if you're not allowed to say it, it just gets beeped out.
U2s.
Oh, yeah.
the
I
U2s.
love the stuff they're coming out with. Although, I thought Alyssa would like it, and she said that it was played out. So I was like, well, if my girlfriend thinks it's played out, I'm not into it.
That's okay. I mean, I get it. U2s, from the little bit of research I did, they're limited quantity. Like, once they drop, that's it.
Right.
And they seem like the next pop figures. But
that's fair.
They're at least not soulless.
Is this a pin?
Oh.
Boom. See, I can watch 2 screens at once. Once I see Burberry Scarf Guy, I'm going to be like, yeah. And I'll flip the camera. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
But no, I like the ones I got, so.
How do you feel about Trick Williams getting the win in that main event? I mean, you knew he was going to.
It makes sense. His reign's not going to end that early. I know. So you're not fully caught up. So
right.
I know how they're going to decide his next challenger.
Right.
But you don't yet.
That's very interesting. It's part of the thing about the job is sometimes I can't avoid spoilers because everybody else knows too. So.
So should I just say it?
Talk to me.
Let me talk to you. There's going to be a 25-man battle royal. Yeah. And there may be some, from whose words was it? Cody Rhodes' words, there may be people from other locker rooms involved.
I didn't expect a Tony splash off the top. Sorry.
I love that was the thing that surprised you, not the...
And see, we hear like rumblings about Joe Hendry coming through the prohibited portal. Shout out Tony Storm, still a champion. We hear there's somebody else. I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe you can back me up. There's somebody else on the men's side.
I don't remember. I know. So Moose has been talking a lot about facing.
It's probably Moose.
Obafemi though.
Yeah.
What did he describe it as? Nigerian on Nigerian.
Hold on.
Crime.
Time out. Don't get into that. That's for the Clash notes. I have all the tweets and stuff. Don't get ahead of the Clash notes.
Okay.
That, and also, All Out Brawl Out Fallout.
Let's go.
At the castle. All Out Brawl Out Fallout at the castle. Let's f***ing go. Dude, I just want Burberry Scarf Guy to come up so we can finish this f***ing story. We're not even going to get into our Clash in the Castle notes until we see Burberry Scarf Guy.
Yeah.
So, CM Punk, All Out Brawl Out Fallout.
Oh, Lord.
He's in it. And he's in it to win it with his ROH titles. Now, we went over this in the grudge matches and through the table. So, let's see if you remember who his tag team partner is for the ROH tag team champion. Who the other half of the ROH tag champs is.
I forgot. I'm not even.
Is that a young Sam Roberts?
Is that? Let me find out.
I swear, but I'm not about to freeze frame for a young Sam Roberts.
I wouldn't either.
Got better things to do.
Sorry, Sam. No, I'm not.
Said, I'm sorry, Sam.
I do not remember, dude.
Oh, what a spot. Carlito took a gnarly ass back bump on the ladder.
I wish I remembered, but I don't.
It's Eddie Guerrero.
It's Okay. Poor Carlito, man.
I know, that spot hurts. I just want Burberry Scarf Guy to come up again, finish the story.
We gotta finish the story now.
Who's coming out next on the entrance here?
It's me. See, I'm Ricky the Dragon.
It's literally Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I didn't realize this whole story until I watched the legends on him.
I'm telling you, man. In the brackets episode 2, we'll cover this because we talked about Steamboat in that second episode. So here's a little spoiler. I picked Ricky Steamboat in that first round just based off the fact that, like, as a person, I love him.
He sounds amazing.
Yeah. Inside and outside the ring, he's just a good dude. So. And he's in this match. This match is a all-star matchup. This all-out, brawl-out, fall-out, it's an
all-out, brawl-out, fall-out, all-star.
Here's another spoiler, because this week's Through the Table, I put it in the description, too. We did it weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, sometimes the title changes hands before you know it. I'll just say that.
Okay. It should be somewhere around here, right? This looks familiar.
Here comes the British Bulldog.
Oh.
Davey Boy Smith. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah.
I see Burberry Scarf Guy over there, but I need the close-up view. We'll get it. Don't worry.
I don't think it's a Burberry scarf.
You don't think so? Do you think it's a fraudulent scarf? I have like 7 fake ones.
I think it's... First of all, I think it's just black and white. It looks just black and white.
Nah, you're colorblind and...
No.
You're losing your colors.
Well, probably. I have really bad eyesight. But also, I might be living in Tony Storm's world now. I'm not quite sure.
It's hilarious. Dude, every time I look down, I'm like, damn, the British Bulldog's still...
He has a long entrance.
I think he smoked a lot of cigarettes, so he's probably winded.
Damn. That's...
I know, it's gotta be going. Cut this. We're gonna flip it. Flip it. It's hilarious. Get it. I swear I'm gonna get it perfect.
This is gonna be a thing.
Take Colt Banana out the shot, damn.
Look here to Danielson. Let's go.
I literally can't record this for too long because then that part of the podcast would be clipped out. YouTube wouldn't allow me to do such things. I love favorite variation of the WWE title is that eco-friendly one.
Oh hell yeah! Should bring it back for. Well, there's no one on the roster who would fit. Oh well.
And he's got the World Heavyweight title, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. That's not the actual World Heavyweight title in the game. That's one of the created World Heavyweight title variations.
Wow. You know what? Tyler Bate comes across as someone that's eco-friendly. I don't know if he is, but he just seems like one of those people.
Right, he does.
And he's with Sol Ruka, who also seems very eco-friendly.
This is news to me.
Yeah, they're dating.
This is news to me.
Apparently Tyler's been with a lot of, like, at least maybe 2 or 3 other
Damn.
WWE.
He's just out here getting around.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's Tyler Bate. I mean, come on. If you were a female, wouldn't you want to be with Tyler Bate?
I guess. It's not something that I've really thought about too much. This is the first time I really had to be confronted with this.
I know, that's why.
Here comes Adam Copeland into the mix.
Hey!
With his rated R. Another great variation. He might not like it. I like it.
That's fair.
This Burberry Scarf guy is taking forever to come onto the screen. Let's go ahead and show one of the pre-show tweets while we're waiting for Burberry Scarf guy to come back up. I kind of am going back and forth between what I think will happen with the World Heavyweight title tonight. Where do you see this going? This was the poll. And out of all the people that voted, nobody thought Damian Priest was gonna win clean.
That's fair though. There's.
It's but fair.
See.
New slogan. That's but fair.
But fair. I like Damian Priest. I've said so multiple times.
For sure.
I don't know if I ever saw him as World Championship material, but here we are.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. 7% of people said that Carlito would interfere. This was the theory that I actually ended up with because none of Judgment Day could come through, and Carlito
technically not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was how he was going to prove himself, but ultimately it would cost Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre was going to win the title.
Okay.
So
that would have been.
That was my theory. 50% of the people thought Drew was winning it, but 43, pretty close to that, thought CM Punk would cost Drew. I mean, I think that was a popular theory, but 50% say no f***ing way. Popular theory is Drew McIntyre wins it, and I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, we'll figure out.
Pure champion Kurt Angle coming out.
That makes sense.
I want to wait. It's like, okay, do we get to the Obafemi Moose Omos shit, or do we wait for Burberry Scarf Guy? This is the crossroads.
Wait,
this
Omos
is the Cody Rhodes
too?
finisher. That's what I'm saying, dude. This shit's...
What is going
Okay, here's the
on?
tweet. But why does this look like a random My Rise side storyline? Because it does. Alright, here's how it starts with Moose. Or does... Which one's first? Okay, yeah. This is the first one. Make sure we show this one first then. The ringside roster said, pretty sure Obafemi could give you a good challenge on NXT. At Moose. Moose said, I guess we will never find out. I'm not for Nigerian on Nigerian crime. To which Obafemi responded, the ruler personally doesn't mind Nigerian on Nigerian crime. At Moose, at Omos, feel free to come to my world and find out what happens when you mess with Obafemi. Literally a random side storyline on My Rise.
You know what? I could see the Omos match happening for sure, because I mean, who else is gonna face Obafemi? But
That's where
God, I would love to see.
Either.
I would love to see Moose, but
Yeah.
I also don't want another of TNA's heavy hitters losing.
Man, all right, we're not even gonna get into that can of worms because that's a whole can of worms. And where the is Burberry Scarf Guy?
I don't know. But
The fact that we saw Claudio Castagnoli before we saw...
That's not Claudio Castagnoli. That's Claudio Castagnoli.
Holy crap.
That does not look like Claudio Castagnoli.
Jeff Hardy has just won the match, and I need you to understand that I'm going to play this match back again until I find him. You respect Claudio because he's the WCW champion, as you can see.
He does not look like Claudio.
And it's the best I could get.
I know.
It's the best I could get.
For some reason...
I'm still waiting for Swerve to get fixed. Or
Swerve's still not fixed?
Someone come clutch with a new one.
Look, I'm trying to do an former Evolve champion run the gauntlet, and I can't do that without Swerve, guys.
Mm-mm.
Did Jeff almost do a spot on himself?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, he plays too much.
There's Kenneth.
I did the fast forward thing.
See,
Wrestling in the Middle World Champion Kenny Omega.
Instead of him feuding with the Young Bucks, they should have just had him join and be an asshole EVP too. He could have been Kenneth Omega.
I wouldn't have, had a name change or anything. I think that's a stretch.
No, Kenneth Omega.
Think you're reaching, brother. Think you're reaching.
No, I don't actually believe that. I just wanted to do the Kenneth thing.
I'm still looking for him. Watching Jeff Hardy's entrance over again.
I love that this is now...
New tweet. At WWE, brother, make the pre-show 1 hour again, please. This drags out way too much. And if we are showing and promoting old network shows from 7 or 8 years ago, then maybe we don't have much need for a 2-hour pre-show. So, just drop that WrestleMania behind the curtain people want.
So, my question is, did they have the 2-hour pre-show last time too?
Yes. And last time I didn't complain as much because I thought they were adding more to it. Start the match!
Holy
Immediately. Rushed in. All out, brawl out, fall out.
I didn't remember that, so that's why I was like, oh, so this is a regular thing now.
Yeah, I remembered after I sent the tweet out, like, last pay-per-view they had at the King of the Ring tournament, I was like, okay, now they're adding some substance to these. Maybe it is digestible now. And then one pay-per-view later, they're like, psych, here's WWE story time. Come on, bro.
And I guess part of it is, here's a way, see...
Oh, suicide dive from Angle. I didn't expect that. With his neck? Oof.
See, it's like, they should do it like NXT does with theirs. Air vignettes for people that are on the show.
Claudio is straight on the attack for Danielson. You would think they'd be working together.
No!
See, and here's a dream matchup for me. Danielson and Steamboat. That should be a thing.
Yeah.
Always. Always Danielson and Steamboat.
Unfortunately.
The fact that they're the only two in the ring.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
What do we want to talk about?
Yep. Stomping his face in.
Kick his head in.
You kick his head in.
Everybody's like out on the outside, brawling, all in, falling.
Running into Charles Robinson over there.
Danielson and Steamboat said, we're stealing the show.
Hell yeah, as they should.
As they should, I agree.
Yeah!
It's next to impossible to watch for Burberry Scarf Guy with all this shit going on.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Boom.
With his neck history too, though? Should he be doing that?
No, but at this point...
We have some people with some neck history in here that shouldn't be doing suicide dives.
You know it gets me. A little off topic, but it's going to be quick. NXT, their women's division has too many people now that have to wear knee braces. It's very depressing.
Okay, that was off topic, but that is a note to make. Too many knee braces.
I mean, I guess it's just too many knee injuries. But, yeah.
Gotta watch them knees. Dude, I'm watching Danielson and Steamboat go around this arena a little bit, and I feel like Claudio keeps wanting to interrupt it, but it's just not happening. There's so much going on, but it's just this corner right here is where my focus is. I'm like, that's hilarious. Literally waited for Burberry Scarf Guy so long that the camera turned off.
We just want to see the guy ahead of his time.
Or
he might even be a time-traveling Maxwell Jacob Friedman. You never know.
You literally don't know is the thing. People still all and brawling and falling. Is Kenny Omega about to be out by CM Punk's hands?
That would be ironic.
That would hurt.
It'll be fine. Kurt's like, oh, my abdomen for some reason.
My abdomen.
Again, that's the second time someone's thrown someone into Charles. What's the problem? Do they just not like Charles today?
Minimize the notes for a minute. Your job, watch the commentary. I feel like Burberry Scarf Guy's coming up soon. I'm on Burberry Scarf duty again.
We got Danielson stomping on Steamboat, and now
he's got no energy and he's gator rolling.
Yeah, you just got gator rolling.
See, how can you not watch this match? It's impossible.
Okay, now we got Danielson's off of him. What's he gonna do next? Posing. Danielson's posing. That's very un-Danielson-like.
I got ladders being thrown up here.
Steamboat's up and wants him into the stick. Nope. He hit the barricade. Let's go. Is Steamboat finally taking a step away from Danielson? No, he's getting a weapon. What is he getting? Oh, got a kendo stick, but couldn't use it. Damn. Here comes Danielson with a nice just suplex. He's holding it too. Damn.
Keep going.
All right.
I'm about to give him the Carlito spot. Not Burberry Scarf Guy, but we're giving him the Carlito spot.
Hell yeah. Boom. Ow.
That's as much as I can film of that.
Someone's busted open. I didn't see who. But,
Damn.
But Kenny's got rage. He's probably busted open.
Damn.
Whoever he's facing. And now Danielson and Steamboat are still going. Wait. Danielson's up top. Steamboat's going after him.
Okay.
Steamboat literally last second. Oh, Danielson's still following him. My God. And who is that? Is that Punk?
I think Bulldog just... No, yeah, Punk is out. Okay. Wow.
Look in his eyes. What do you see?
I thought Bulldog was
going
tapping.
back to the back right now. Sorry. Someone else is... No. Almost. Dennison almost got Steamboat. They're still
Carlito
going at
almost
it.
fell off the top of a ladder.
That's fine.
Damn, that was not a pretty sunset flip. Sorry. Y'all can't see. I don't need to be doing commentary. I'm just...
I believe Kenny is one-winged angeling. Yep, that's a
Claudio.
one-winged angel to Claudio.
Claudio's out of there.
No.
Back it up. Don't tell me I missed this fool.
No, it's around right here.
There he is. Holy shit, I found him. We're
Daniel-
so close. We're so close, guys. Here it is.
It's
definitely not
sorry.
MJF, I'll tell you that much. It's definitely not MJF. You see that fool? You see that fool? Zoom in all the way. That is all the way. We need the iPhone 15 for better zoom. Shameless plug. There's Burberry Scarf Guide. The story is finished.
We
Complete.
did it. Now we can finally
Watch a different match now.
Oh my god.
That was a Meanwhile, on the entrance ramp,
Yep.
Steamboat's getting a German.
Danielson is still finally someone else went after Kenny got Steamboat for a second, but then
Danielson and Claudio. Oh, Poison Rana.
you're just gonna poison around your partner. Because
Why not expose the concrete while you're at it? Just go all the way. What's the next tweet we can show? I'm so glad we got past the Burberry scarf thing. At the same time, that's one of those things that makes this show one of a kind. Is like,
Yeah.
it can go for a curveball, and like I told you in the pre-show stuff, this episode is supposed to go an hour and a half anyway, so we have bullshit to
Let's
do.
just go.
I love that Broken Dreams is trending right now. It's the next tweet.
I love that it was trending too, and then technically kind of happened, but not really.
Dude, the text I sent you last night before I fell asleep was my favorite text sent. It's like, I hope you have broken dreams since nobody else seems to be getting them. Exactly. Dude, Claudio's about to slam Steamboat. Okay.
Damn, what is with the BCC Steamboat?
I know, but at the same time, they're fighting each other just as equally. Next pre-show tweet. Let's just have a good day of wrestling all day today. Oh, yeah, because AEW is announcing that Collision card for the night, the 1-year anniversary Collision. I still haven't seen it.
It was an okay show.
I still have not seen it. This episode has aired, and I still have not seen it.
I blame society.
Yeah, me too. Let's see, hold on. I'm not going to get on the extra pay-per-view until
All right.
we have a more chill picture in the All-Out Brawl at Fallout. There's just so much action that goes on in these things. Edge is getting kicked in the head.
Someone else got eliminated. Okay, so Punk got eliminated, and who else?
I
here?
believe, the British Bulldog is out.
Ooh, just Canadian Destroyers. Why not?
I'm
he is
saying.
Canadian. That makes sense.
I'm saying.
Too bad they're not dueling. Then we could have everyone bitching.
Okay, Steamboat and Danielson still going, by the way.
They are.
From the start of this match, that this has been a match.
I think.
Steamboat's still in it.
Damn. Okay.
I knew that's where you were going too. Who's being pinned now? Kenny?
Damn,
Not
no.
today.
Not Kenny.
Edge got Kenny Omega out. We would have been
Beating connection, beating each other up. Someone just tapped.
Why are they tapping?
Ricky just tapped.
Why you tapping Rick?
Come on, Ricky.
At the same time, like, dude, it's Danielson.
He was taking a lot of punishment from Danielson, man.
I'm just happy that we got Danielson versus Steamboat within this match. Like I said, that was a match in this match. How nice.
Did Kurt Angle just teleported, guys? Let the record show Kurt Angle is
I didn't even see it.
a mutant.
Okay. Danielson is currently on Adam Copeland. Let's see, Kenny Omega's the only one in the ring now? Oh, Danielson in the ring.
Damn.
When you're in the ring, you're in the ring.
That is true.
That's fighting grounds. Oh, he went straight to the it kicks.
Damn. Did you really just...
Man.
Alright, Corey Graves.
Kicks made famous by The Miz.
Alright, Corey Graves. Would you like to go home to your wife, Carmella, now?
Nah. Flaming tables!
Yeah, that makes
I love flaming table spots. This is how it ends.
Well, sorry, Kenneth.
This is where it all ends.
Yeah, he's out of there. Good night.
Claudio, don't you dare. I thought he was going to bring it up.
Sometimes
Come
I
on,
wonder.
Nate. Little Nate. Oh, wow, that actually was
Kenny.
it. So, Kenny
Damn.
Omega is no longer champion.
We got...
Kurt
At
Angle
some point, Copeland got eliminated, too.
didn't even see it.
Yeah.
We got Kurt Angle, Claudio Castagnoli, and Bryan Danielson.
Damn, BCC versus each other and Angle.
And Angle, yeah. Also, here's something you might not remember that I think I just barely remembered. Nice Barbara baseball bat, dude.
Damn.
Kurt Angle was in the very first Wrestling in the Middle World title match against Roderick Strong.
Oh, wow.
I forget that.
I forget that, too. Holy...
It's like Kurt Angle actually was one of the first... He was the first number one contender.
So there's some bald-on-bald crime going on, and Danielson says, no, I just want to one up.
Yeah, dude. There's some blood being spilled also.
All right.
Speaking
Pin someone, Claudio.
Speaking of blood being spilled, let's go ahead and get down into our actual pay-per-view now. Starting with our opening contest, I Quit match for the WWE title.
I was wondering how they were going to structure this, the pay-per-view overall, because I was like, obviously you put one of the 3 Scottish matches in top, probably not the women's, because why would women get to main event a pay-per-view? But that's how they ended up doing it.
So, also, sorry to say, I don't think it's offensive to say, it's just like how I predicted it. I thought the card would go exactly as it did. The only thing that I wish that there was, that I thought that there was, and last minute was like, oh yeah, they wouldn't have added that match to this card, was a DIY tag team title match. It's the only thing this pay-per-view needed on the card.
It needed a tag title match because, again, and I think I said this in the car, overall, Raw and SmackDown, overall, feel weak compared to everything else.
Yeah.
And the tag divisions are a big part of that.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's... Because, okay, you can spoil it if... Oops, sorry, what did I miss? I'm sure you saw something funny. You can call it out.
I know the next tweet you're going to bring up.
Oh, I'm not even going to bring that tweet up yet. I can. That shit's funny. Anybody else catch that talent name prompt?
Not only is it talent name, women's tag team champion. Yeah. I didn't even realize it was women's tag team champion until I saw it on Twitter way after the show.
It's hilarious, yeah. Just tweeting the photo.
And I feel like that set the tone for the rest of the night.
So you can spoil this if I'm wrong, but have the world tag team titles been defended very often or at all since they were won? Have either the tag team titles, since they finally got separated and made into new titles, really been defended, or am I missing something?
I don't think so. I feel like Truth and Miz have defended it once, at least. I don't think Grayson and Theory have. I think they've been focusing more on the whole infighting than they have the actual titles.
I need DIY to win those. Dude, I think Claudio is about to be our champion.
I think so, too.
I see uppercuts. I see swinging. One. Okay. That's not enough for Danielson. Danielson.
Damn, yo, son.
Damn, son.
There you go.
Just damn.
Damn.
Where's this going? Nowhere.
Right. Nope. Okay, grabbing thin air. See you there. Finger poke of death. Gets them every time.
Just accept the fact now that the Wrestling in the Middle World title is going to the Blackpool Combat Club, and you cannot do or say anything.
There's nothing that can happen, yeah.
It makes me really interested for Forbidden Door how we're going to get this title involved somehow. It's going to be really interesting where we get for Forbidden Door.
We should bring in someone like
head in.
Car Noir or something.
That'd be sick. Bring him in physically, in person.
That would be even more sick, yeah.
Can you imagine bringing in your favorite wrestler and then having him watch video game matches? I don't know how they feel about that. I feel like some would find it fun. Some would be like, how much are you going to pay me for this?
Like, if we got Xavier Woods to do that, I feel like he'd be down.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Adam Cole, down.
Oh, yeah. Cole's like, I say, well...
Kenny Omega would love to watch some matches with us.
Hell yeah.
I would like to think. Okay. set the table up. So this is an all-out brawl-out fallout. This match can end anywhere. You guys know that, right? Is that a glass tube? Yes.
Damn.
I love glass tubes.
And the glass tube break was so powerful that the table crumbled.
I've said this before on this show. I think. If not, I'm say it 1,000 times anyway.
Do it.
It's so cool to me. Yeah, it's so cool to me. You can throw weapons. It's so cool to me, though, as a kid who only saw glass tubes used in backyard wrestling videos on YouTube, seeing them evolve into something that can even be put into the WWE video game.
That is amazing.
It's, man, wrestling is a beautiful place to be.
I hope they keep adding stuff in every update.
I'm saying.
Like, what will they add for the Post Malone pack?
1. Okay. I was a little early on that one, but that one was a hell of a kick out.
It was.
Let's go. I have this feeling Claudio is about to win his first world championship. No, he's the ROH world champion. I'm so sorry, Claudio.
Dang. Don't disrespect ROH.
Yeah, I know. That means something to a lot of people, including myself. I remember when Claudio won the ROH world title. I was like, finally, some flowers.
I just love knowing stuff, man.
So, I got this RVD shirt. What am I gonna... Oh, light it. No, you ass. I hate when you up a flaming table set up. I hate when you got a flaming table already set up and then they it up.
I love that he posed afterwards like, look what I did.
Ass. Get leg kicks for that. He's gonna leg kick him to death. Oh, head kick.
There's so many kicks. And then a
There you
stomp.
go. He's gonna kick his head in one more time. Oh no, he's gonna wrap his ass up. This is where it ends.
He's gonna tap out here? No. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wasn't happening, was it? Do you want to finish the I Quit match, or you want to just finish watching this first? Because it's...
Let's finish the I Quit match.
Alright, solid I Quit match from the start. More tweets sent out during the match. Damn, AJ is not around.
He was not.
Another tweet. Once he started with Cody's mom, I said, Mama Rhodes! Mama Rhodes! She said...
She just said... Keep going back. Ooh.
Dude, Danielson ran all the way down the ramp. He didn't even hit a flying knee. He hit him with his elbow.
Damn.
Kick his head. Damn. Okay. AJ was going off, but you had to know his mom would be involved when we saw her all the way out there in Scotland.
Yes.
There was no way Cody was going to quit. We all knew that. Still, though, a really good I Quit match. I'm not going to lie. I laughed when AJ said, screw you, Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
I think a lot of people were feeling that because Cody is at the level of popularity now where people want to hate him because he's successful. And that's how you know he's made it.
I mean, yeah, I think another part of it is just that nothing... Comparing him especially to Roman is hard. Roman, at least the stories for Roman were really good. So Cody doesn't have a really good story yet.
Yeah, I'm not going to compare him to a man who was champion for 3.5 years. I'm just putting him on, like, you know, the John Cena conversation. Like, you know how we have those through the tables planned. Go through this table, though. This is the table I want to go through.
This table. Finally.
It's over.
The story has been finished.
It's not over.
Oh. Is he going to Psycho Neo?
I think that's where this is going.
I love you. I'm sorry.
That's exactly how I felt watching this. All right, let's see. 1, 2.
He literally Shawn Michaels
Bryan
Danielson
Danielson, Wrestling in the Middle World Champion.
He deserves it.
Thursday, you're going to see Kenny Omega defend it against his all-in opponent of that episode. You know who it is. Maybe they don't. They'll probably get it based off the context of the clues we give them. But Bryan Danielson is actually our Wrestling in the Middle World Champion right now. So
damn.
I like that.
That is
like
pretty
that.
sick.
I feel like, too, it's just something that I needed. I mean, again,
yes, for sure.
We needed Danielson to be champion at some point.
The Danielson corner.
It's like go all the way to the... Hey, there's the Shibata picture. Hey, look at this guy over here.
Hi.
Dude, you should do this every fucking week. I love doing that. It was fun.
It feels fun, but I can tell you from a viewer perspective, it gets a little
This entrance. That's Blair Davenport.
That is Blair Davenport.
Did you see the field for the Cash at the Castle?
No.
Cash at the Castle.
Clash.
At the Cash Wheeler.
Don't make him pull out his gun.
I was like, hey, that was dismissed. Also,
Yeah.
well wishes to Dax Harwood. Should not have been wrestling with that injury, but respect to that man for doing so. Nothing but respect. Man, I can't blame him. I would too.
That's how he is.
So for the Clash at the Castle, wrestling in the middle women's title match, we got Blair Davenport, Becky Lynch, champion Toni Storm. So.
That makes sense.
This should be a fatal 4-way in my book, but here's why it's not. I can't get a good Jamie Hayter, so any content creators, man, give me a good Jamie Hayter. I'm begging you.
There's a lot. If you look up the GTE 2K, there's a Twitter account, and I think that's the handle. Look that up, and they have like at least like 10 to 12 different creators making all kinds of people.
Noted.
And they're really good. Just remember, for most of them, you have to download the movesets as well, because there's a glitch that messes up combo enders. And there's also the whole thing with the whole there's a image glitch, and then the hair layer thing.
Mm-hmm.
They took away the exploit for hair layers. That's why a lot of hair is up.
Yeah,
so it's
a couple of mine.
2K, what the are you doing?
That I won't understand. But last note about the I Quit match. Cody did not need to hit AJ Styles with the stairs after the match. It's not necessary. Here's the tweet. I sent out a tweet too. Cody did not need to hit AJ with the stairs after the match.
I feel like he needed to. I think
unnecessary.
I like that
unnecessary behavior.
Cody Rhodes is a babyface, but he's also not.
But he's willing to go to that point.
Yeah, he's not a milquetoast babyface. Adam Page.
Rumor is he's having a return soon.
Soon, but he'd still be milquetoast.
Now, before we move on from the first match totally, let's discuss what happened when Cody was on the exit and was met at the entrance by the Beta Bloodline. Cody gets jumped and saved by RK Owens, but does this mean we see a new saga in the Cody versus Bloodline story?
I don't know how to feel about that, because when you think about it, the only time that people were really, really behind Cody, like, down for whatever he was doing, because, you know, obviously the Brock Lesnar thing happened and people were confused, you know, different feuds. The AJ Styles feud didn't exactly hit for everyone, but the Bloodline and Cody Rhodes feud is where people were completely behind Cody. So maybe they saw that and they were like, maybe we should go back to the Bloodline.
The butt line.
Or, obviously Randy's involved in that. Maybe this leads to some sort of thing between him and Randy. Somehow.
And see, when I heard Randy's music hit for him to come save Cody, I was like, I like where this could go. Now, my thoughts on another addition to the Cody versus Bloodline saga, those will actually be wrapped up in the final thoughts for the pay-per-view, but I wanted to hear your take at the moment. Second match, we get our triple threat women's tag title match. Over this, I wrote this note before the match even happened too. That's what I love about this. This is about as organic as the note is. Everything happened in real time. Over 90% or more of people, I believe, went in with the opinion that Bianca and Jade were retaining.
Yes.
But I truly think Jade got hurt during the match, and they gave the last-minute decision to the hometown team.
Interesting. I think...
Did not see that coming.
I think... So...
Yeah, give your theory.
When I first saw... The thing that really threw me off, because it was an okay match up to that point. Jade doing the springboard. And I completely forgot that she has done a springboard before in WWE recently at Backlash. So I thought that spot went wrong, and obviously everything went off the rails from there. You could tell, like, everyone was off their game at that point. I didn't think she was hurt. I genuinely thought at that point, I think, how could you not give it to Alba and Isla? Because they don't give a shit about the tag team titles. They don't. They've proven they don't give a shit about the tag team titles. And I think they also realize that Jade needs something else.
Toni Storm's just pandering all.
Now, at this point,
fight.
If it's going back to NXT,
right.
I don't know, because... And I don't completely blame Jade for doing that. It was far into the match. She's not a she's a tall woman, and she's not a high flyer. What I would have done different, that spot at the beginning of the match.
Right.
When there's not so much sweat on the ropes, when there's not fatigue set in, get that spot over with, get that moment of athleticism in there, and that would also set the tone for the match itself. But
this match drew in so much criticism, and as just watching the match happening, it was a lot of things just not expected. My exit take from Alba Fire and Isla Dawn winning was that they of course deserve it. It's just, for a casual viewer, how weird is it now that we've seen this team that you're only seeing on main event and in dark matches sometimes just burst up into the tag team title scene? And also, what's awesome about this that I think you can agree on, we finally have a real tag team holding those women's tag titles.
It's crazy that they did tease like a change in direction for them.
Yeah.
And you sort of see that. I know Alba hasn't changed much, but Isla looks a lot more... She has a lot more color to her, if you notice. But character-wise, it doesn't seem like much has changed. I don't know if they stand out anymore because of it, though, because they lost kind of the spooky nature.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, now they feel like a legitimate team. They feel like...
Excuse my steel
This match, at least, sort of legitimized them. Do you continue and let them hold it for a while? Or do you do the WWE thing and have them lose it immediately the next week? That's what I'm worried about.
Right. As you can see, our screen froze. I'm like, well, it is what it is. Going down to cool off from that shocker, we get to the IC title match. Some expected wrestling to be had. And also, I went in predicting this to be the night Otis turned on Gable. Turns into a long and substance-filled match with loads of twists and turns. At the end of it all, Otis walks out with Maxine, and Sami Zayn walks out with his IC title.
I think, so, there's a moment where Sami does a half and half, and Chad literally lands on his head. And that's why I said that talent name set the tone for the night, because it wasn't just the Jade match where people botched. I think there was a major botch in every single match. Maybe not the Cody match. I don't think I remember, but like that match.
Professionalism there,
but
continue.
But they didn't affect the match though. They still had a really good match. They did everything they were supposed to do. Chad's acting at the end. I love when people do the angry twitch. He's had that perfectly.
Dude, I asked what's next for Chad Gable.
That's a good question.
We find out now, of course, that he's re-signed, and I don't want to hear this shit about, like, WWE's picked up another free agent, and Chad Gable, he was never a free agent to begin with.
Yeah.
He re-signed to the company. I want to know what's next for him. And a lot of people are like, well, where does this storyline go next?
Yeah.
The storyline's been going on for a long ass time. Maybe we do something new.
See, here's the problem. The reason Chad said he re-signed was because Triple H had
filled his promises.
Yeah, and he had good plans for him. So, obviously Money in the Bank's coming up. There's a lot of people in that field already that I feel like are favorites or could be favorites.
Carmelo Hayes is my pick to win at the moment.
I don't pick him to win as a favorite, like as an odds-on favorite, but of the field so far, I want Carmelo to win.
Yeah, he's where I could see it landing the most. With the women, I bounce around so much, and I forget who my latest pick was. It's not Money in the Bank time yet, though. We're close. We're close. Close to
qualifying matches starting Monday.
And with the Money in the Bank, it will come an announcement. I mean, I've talked to you about it, but that's on the low. That's on the hush. Next on the card, and for us, we look into the WWE Women's Title match. Hometown heel Piper Niven versus humble babyface Bayley. We see Chelsea Green get ejected somewhat early, midway into the match. From that point, we see it turn into a really solid match.
It is,
though, as we hoped we would see out of this. Chelsea eventually came back in a lucha mask.
They literally call her Nacho Chelsea.
Yeah. But neither this nor Piper's finish could prevent Bayley from retaining on her birthday.
Yeah. I mean, It makes sense. I didn't see going any other way.
Yeah.
It was what it needed to be, which was a solid match.
That it was. I was a little fearful when Piper hit that. I forget her finish name. It's like the Piper
Driver.
Thank you, the Piper Driver. And
yeah, I was too because
whoa, it's over.
Again, well, I was nervous because I thought she had Bailey up, but that's just at that point the nature of the show. Everything fell off.
Mm-hmm.
But nope.
Next, we get into our big fight field main event. So that's how I want my main events to be too. Scottish icon Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, and it was no secret a lot of people went into this with Drew picked as their favorite. Yep. Let me re-show the poll again here. Let's see. As you can tell, as you saw, Drew, 50% said he wins it. 43% said CM Punk will cost him. Carlito had 7%. Nobody really thought Priest was winning it clean again. I can't get over that fact. Drew came in with a full bagpipe entrance, honorable, though not a lot of people's favorite instrument. So I was really hoping for Broken Dreams, though. A lot of people were. A lot of people were. Next tweet. The way the crowd is reacting, we need Drew to win. You could create a moment that lasts a lifetime.
You could have, yes.
But you say, I'm not going to cash in on that. Priest entrance might look badass, but you cannot defeat a loud Scottish crowd with video effects and dim lighting. I mean, you just can't.
Okay, but all rise for the punishment.
Dude, they were all rise for the McIntyre. Big fight feel as the championship gets raised, and that's how you want your main events to be. Like I said, knowing Drew was fighting for more than just the title as well, you had to be rooting for him during this.
I was.
Despite that, nobody wanted to see Priest's ankle get stuck in the ropes like that.
Oh my god, that was... So the first time I saw it, what really got me wasn't just that he got stuck.
Dude, I thought we were ending the match early.
I thought his whole body... I thought his head hit the apron after it, too. I was like, ugh.
Hardest part of the ring.
Oh,
I thought they were ending it. To Priest's credit, he kept on fighting. Mad respect to him for that. Not sure how hurt he got, but I imagined he couldn't be 100% if he's doing the razor's edge on one leg. That was the moment when I was like, okay, no, something has to be wrong. If you
notice, both times he hits the South of Heaven, the way he lands, normally he'll land on both legs, obviously.
Yeah.
He makes sure and does not land on that hurt leg. That's how you know he is not 100,
yeah,
man.
That match just kept going really hard. When Priest kicked out of the Claymore, I was stunned. Same as all of Scotland was. Like,
yes.
I was stunned. I thought that last Claymore over. Drew's won.
That's it. Drew's got the title. Nope.
Ref gets knocked out. Replacement comes out, but it's actually CM Punk. And that just about broke my heart for Drew. Predictable, but sucks, dude.
Can we talk about people that took bumps? That referee, that bump he took... brutal as well.
He's trained to do so, and he took it. Put the tweet up. I get how conducive it is to long-term building storyline, but Drew doesn't deserve that one.
And see, that's where my whole thing about complaints comes in.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people complaining about that, about different things here that make a decision. Do you want the moment, or do you want the long-term storytelling? Because remember, a big criticism of WWE was there's not enough long-term storytelling. No. Now that we finally get it, people are starting to complain about that.
Hey, like I always say, wrestling fans will always find something to complain about.
Yep.
Even myself, especially myself, I feel like because of how neutral our show is and how much I really don't complain about, I look for stuff to complain about sometimes.
That's fair.
And I'm still in agreement with my current thought as far as like, nah, dude, I want the moment. I want that moment where I could, 20, 25 years from now go, it didn't make much sense long term, but Drew McIntyre winning the world title in Scotland, that was awesome.
There are moments where I like the moment too, but like the Isla Alba thing, It doesn't make any sense, but the moment was great.
Plus, I am a stupid fantasy booker to quote Punk in that media scrum. I'm a stupid fantasy booker sometimes too. I think CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre for the world title is justifiable.
It is justifiable, but it also plays into the whole criticism that you now have that held hostage as well.
Right.
Because we all know Cody's not losing the title anytime soon.
Right.
And also, we all remember that Gunther has a title shot.
That's where I thought
right?
this was going. I was gonna bring that up if you didn't. It's like, I think that's a cool idea. Of course, McIntyre get the moment, win it. You got Punk and McIntyre fighting for it, but Gunther is the next man up for it. So how do you play that into this? I can acknowledge that, but back to my previous point, to your question, I want the moment, dude. I don't give a I want the moment. All right, final pay-per-view thoughts. It's that time. I'm excited to get to the 6T too. Finish this episode so we can do next week's Through the Table.
Let's go.
All right, final pay-per-view thoughts. Let me read my thing down here. Drew could have won the title and had a moment that would forever end his complaints and give him every single flower he has deservedly earned over the years. CM Punk versus Drew for the title would have slapped harder than whatever crack booking they're planning. In this case, I'm right and they're wrong.
He is dead set on this. I don't completely disagree or agree.
Dude, post pay-per-view me was upset.
However, it is a wonder that both people that recently re-signed lost. Yeah? It's really funny.
Oh, I'm never deleting that note. In this case, I'm right and they're wrong. Oh, thank God for me. Next one. I'm not sure I want a Cody Bloodline saga story again just yet. I think that's lazy booking.
See, if this were closer to War Games, I would have been like, okay, I see this, but we're not anywhere near War Games yet.
I've been looking for some old NWA and WCCW footage lately, and I haven't found what I'm looking for, but fun fact, I have the video files for the first War Games in my laptop now, so
let's go.
You can watch that sometime. Last note of my final pay-per-view thoughts. It's a little long, but you know me, I'm going to read it all out. I think all my negatives involve where we go in the future from here, not necessarily the present topic, that being the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view itself. I think it could be a 4-star pay-per-view. This is where it's going to get interesting based off of what you said earlier. It could be a 4-star pay-per-view if it were solely based on match quality and delivery. Solid matches, but I'd downgrade it to a very rare 3.75. I never really cared for half-star ratings, much less quarters. But I just can't give it a 4 stars unless there had been a DIY tag team title win or just generally more entertaining side stuff like backstage segments or what have you.
Yeah.
Just doesn't end up feeling like a 4-star pay-per-view. And last note, I think if Drew had won, then it no doubt would have ended with a 4-star feel.
So this comes into a criticism that I've seen a lot of people have, which is the 5-match pay-per-view format we now have, right?
Yeah, I don't
So now we cut out a lot of the matches we have. So all the matches here were title matches, and that's fine.
Yeah,
but
I like that personally.
There are some stuff, well, not recently, but at some points there are, like the women. At least the women had 2 matches. Now that I think about it, so it's. You know what? My complaint doesn't exist here. I don't even think I was going to complain. I was just trying to play devil's advocate for other people. But
I don't like the 5-match pay-per-view. I can keep acknowledging each time we go over these pay-per-views that they run that every single one of the 5 matches delivers and is quality. But at some point, you gotta be like, dude, just throw a tag team title match in there. I need DIY to win the tag titles just to make it right, just to make things right.
Right now, that's one of my biggest complaints is the tag team divisions overall. They just don't feel like if they exist, then they're not given enough proper treatment. It's weird.
I cannot believe that after all the months and months of complaining that we needed to separate the tag titles, now we have to complain that we need to defend them too.
So my final note,
hit it,
is that electricity equals love. Because before this pay-per-view even started, literally 8 minutes before it started, my power went out.
Yeah.
I was in the dark for 6 minutes. And that doesn't seem like a long time. But when you live in West Texas, and it is hot as AC, thank God for AC. I'm so glad the power came back on before it started, and so I could get my AC back.
Amen.
And also, it was a pretty solid show.
I was like, just watch it on your phone if you have to. No. Sit in the hot baking house and just...
No. I would have
Watch
been
Drew
way
get
too
screwed.
busy trying to go on.
Watch Drew get screwed. This was a hell of an episode, and I'm glad I caught Burberry scarf guy. He was ahead of his time. You saw his scarf. It wasn't black and white. You saw that shit.
It wasn't black and white. That is true.
It's not black and white.
I don't know if this